Hi Simon, I looked at your website for training reality. It looks very interesting. It looks like the kind of thing that I would be directly intrigued and enticed and wanting to know more about. There's something about what you're presenting that just sort of grabs me somehow. So I'm interested in what you're doing, and it seems compelling to me. If I right now had to be responsible for creating one course, and only one, someone said you can only teach one thing, and you've got 5 days to teach it to the absolute limit of my capacity to teach, what would that thing be? I think if I were running a course and I said I really, really want to get just outstanding competence going, and a skill that I think is missing or weak, at least very, very undeveloped, probably due to this dependence on research in motion, BlackBerries, Google searches, all these wonderful things that allow us to not have to think very hard in certain ways because the system and the machine, the background is doing all the thinking for us now, and all the searching. The thing I've noticed that has become weak and in need of real development is the capacity to describe things, and describe things so they're comprehensible from multiple points of view. In essence, what I'm trying to say is, I see that as liberating and as powerful and amazing as a lot of technology is, it's also really damaging people in a certain way, and especially in the corporate sector. I've bounced around to various corporate things and listened to people, and the consistent problem that I keep running into at corporate presentations or talking to people or trying to discuss their product or their service or give me their card is their very limited capacity to compellingly describe what they're talking about, or to even make any kind of pre-qualification or determination as to what my frame of reference is, and then richly, intriguingly describe in a way that I really get engaged what they're doing, why they're doing it, why I should be interested in it, what it has to do with me. I just get these little sort of weak little kind of over-compressed, uninteresting little sort of blips, as if people think they're going to give me like a 3-word blip and I'm going to totally understand what they're talking about. And nothing could be further than the case. I see interfaces with various companies. Maybe they're very, very good at certain things, software as a service, etc., but their feedback forms or their interface forms are nonsensically oversimplified. So if you could do a course that would train people in the ways that I need people trained, that I want to see people trained, it would be, I would make them expert at description, at general description, at fine-grained description, at moving from fine-grained to general, and moving from general to fine, and moving from large pieces and small pieces, and seeing it from 3 or 4 different angles that other people would see it from, and really be able to give me a full understanding and a multi-sensory, multi-level understanding of what the hell they're talking about. Half the time I just really don't know what people mean, or the product insert is totally unclear, or the instructions on the website, like there's a email site that I use that I've had all kinds of problems with, that they have just no appreciation that people need to understand the meaning or the consequence of certain of their the options that are available on the site. What does this thing do? Why do I need to know it? What effect does this have on me? So yeah, I want people to become just the most absolute expert describers and explainers and clarifiers and anticipators of other people's need for description and clarity and full depiction of what's going on, or line of reasoning, or chain of, like a flow chart of actions that need to be taken and why they need to be taken. If you could teach that, if you could make people really good at that, you would so totally earn your fee, and I think people would be just massively appreciative of it.